Okay, so how I like to pack and make sure that I have everything that I need is to literally kind of get ready, like if I was getting ready for the night or something, or if I'm going to bed. So I make sure I have all my skincare and everything like that. So I kind of just do it. So obviously I don't have any makeup on, so I will do the process of getting ready. So I always have a pre-packed suitcase. It just sometimes I run out of things and I don't know it. So basically I have this old Lily Galici bag. They had like this discount thing where they were giving these bags for so cheap, so I got like 5 of them and gave them to like my sisters and stuff and my mom. So anyways, this has where I keep my makeup, but we'll get to that after. So that's already kind of makeup that I just keep in there, but then I have to add certain things from my regular routine that I'll add to that. As far as my to-go bag, this thing is like ginormous and I really don't need all this stuff, but I do anyway. So I keep this big, huge ass bag. And just kind of started, okay, so a lot of this stuff is TikTok made me buy it, because this bag in itself, I got from TikTok. It literally was like, oh, you know, it expands, and I've always had the same to-go bag, but this one is so much bigger, so I'm keeping this one. So I started stuffing it again. This is another thing that I got from TikTok. It's like a little mini steamer. It does not work. Like it, I mean, I wish I could go on and do just one video on all the gadgets that I bought from TikTok that don't really work. In the video, it literally shows them going, you know, just passing through it, and it just like steams it. And I'm like, oh my God, I need that. It doesn't work. It literally, it doesn't work. But I'm just, instead of throwing it away, I'm like, I'll just keep it on my to-go as like a, in case I need it, you know what I mean? But I was about to throw it away, but I'm just like, I'll just stick it on my to-go bag. So then I have an old hair dryer, because I got the, you guys know I got the Dyson. I have my old lawn chair dryer, so I just keep this as a hair dryer. The funny thing is, when I go to my sister's house, which is probably the most I ever really travel to, she has everything that I need. I don't really have to bring anything for hair or makeup because she has everything I need, but like I said, I just kind of keep this all together anyways. I have my little like shoe bags. I have like the little laundry bags. I have a little case for my watch if I need to put my watch. I have a sunglass case. So much crap. Okay, I have an old, this case is not for this, but this is a curling iron. So it's just like a regular curling iron. What brand is this? I have the T3 now. It's just like a Revlon, so it's not really anything great. I have this flat iron from Lange as well, but now I have the Dyson one. So these are all good products, but I already have, you know, better ones now. This is just like a little cute case that I keep jewelry in. Speaking of jewelry, I'm having my wedding ring cleaned right now. So this is the actual wedding ring, but my actual engagement ring is being cleaned at this moment because it was so dirty. I'm scared I'm gonna lose some diamonds out of it. This is a bag with all my miscellaneous hair stuff. I've got a couple of Velcro rollers, my wide tooth comb, this is a heat protector, some dry shampoo, like all this stuff I don't use except for when I'm traveling, so I just make sure I have everything I need. And then I have this big guy right here that just has, so I have this little guy right here that has just like little travel, little like shaving cream, little body washes, just little miscellaneous travel ones of those, and then these are like shampoos, more body wash. So it looks like I'm good to go on that category. I don't need to throw anything at. And then again, I'm going to be at my sister's house, so I don't even really need any of that if I want it. And then this is the one that I really have to look at. This is a very old case when I used to work with Chanel Beauty. It's just like a little travel case. And you open it up. It's got all these little nice little compartments in here. Toothpaste all over it. Anyways, this is more like my, keep this inside of here too. So this is where I would be like right now. I use the Pixi Glow Tonic, but I don't have a travel one anymore of that. So I have this facial toner that I got here. It's Thayer's facial toner. I think I ran out of my toner when we were in Arizona for my son's baseball, so I went and just bought this at like CVS or something. So this is a perfect thing. Since I will start this, this is starting my process, is toner. So my skin's already washed, but now I'm just gonna put my toner on. So this is just pretending like I'm getting ready to make sure I have everything. And I use the toner for night too. So now I know I have my toner for morning and night. Okay, so toner's down. Next, I need to look and see if I have eye cream. And I'm almost out. These are just like little travel eye creams, but they're almost gone. So I think I'm gonna have to, oh no, I've got like 3 little travel eye creams. So I'm gonna just keep that. So I'll put my eye cream on. And then just looking at this, I have a little travel of my little Chanel makeup remover. So I use that at night, obviously, because I won't put it on, I don't need it now. Do have a little travel of vitamin C. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Vitamin C. So what I use now is I got a new vitamin C. I actually got the little CeraVe vitamin C, but since then I've actually got the Dermatology. It's a vitamin C E plus F. So this is actually really good. And this just stays in my little refrigerator. So now for moisturizer, obviously I use a different moisturizer on a daily, but I do have like a little Travel It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, and I'll use that. So I know I got my face cream. I usually use daily the hyaluronic acid too, but for travel I'm not gonna bring that. But every day I use my hyaluronic acid before that. Okay, so let's pretend I'm going to bed, because that's all I'll use for like a daily skincare if I'm just traveling. I don't need to be all glammed up. We are going to Halloween Horror Nights on Saturday, and you know, obviously I'm gonna wear makeup, but I'm not gonna be all glammed up or anything like that. So this is definitely enough kind of skincare for that. The other thing that I've really added to my skincare is my SPF. Now I do have a few different SPFs, but this has been my favorite so far. It's the Super Goop, the Glow Screen. So this one has an SPF of 40, and it actually has a little bit of a tint to it, as you can see. As opposed to, I have the little trial size, because I got this one first, but then I got a little trial size of the Unseen sunscreen. This one is really good. It smells really good too. You know, sunscreen sometimes smells really bad. These will smell really good. And that one is more like a silicone feel to your skin. If I'm really wearing a really dewy foundation, I want to wear that underneath, because I want it to, like, you know, not be like moisture on top of moisture. So this one has a little bit more moisture to it. So I feel like this one I'd wear if I'm wearing a little bit more of a mattified makeup, or one that I want to last all day. So that's it. It doesn't give you color, but it definitely does have a little bit of added moisture to it. So this is something that I'm going to add to my bag that I don't. So I have a separate little bag just so I remember that these are things that are part of my regular routine that I want to not leave in my to-go bag. So, okay. Q-tips I've got my cotton pads. So these, I love both of these styles. Are nice, the little square ones and the little round ones. So I got those because I need those to take off my makeup. I know everybody talks about not putting, using the facial wipes, but you know, I've used them for years. I mean, I'm almost 48 years old, and I think my skin's pretty good as far as like wrinkles and stuff. I mean, I definitely have a lot of discoloration, but that has nothing to do with my face wipes. It would be more like tugging on your skin. Well, I don't use that solely. I use facial wipes to break down my makeup, and then I clean my face. But I just keep these little portable ones inside my travel bag. So I'll be able to like break down any makeup, and then I use my eye makeup remover. And then for my travel one, I do still have my little Murad facial cleanser. It looks like I am going to need to replenish after this trip, because I'm right down to the bottom. So I'm definitely going to need a new cleanser again, but I have it for now. And then again, like this is like me now taking off my makeup. And then again, I have my toner, so I'll take that off. And for night, definitely had way more steps for my night routine than I do for my day routine. But literally, again, while I'm traveling, I don't care too much. I just want to make sure my face is clean. And then I'm just going to use this little watermelon from Glow Recipe. I use the little watermelon glow sleeping mask. So it's very, very hydrating. Just for the couple days that I'm gonna be gone, I'll just give like a little super hydrated moisture since I'm not gonna be using all my skincare that I normally do. So at least I know I have like a little moisturizer for night. And then of course I have my toothbrush, my toothpaste. Oh, toothpaste. I don't have any more toothpaste. Glad I saw that. I have mouthwash, but I have no toothpaste. Okay, so now I know I need to go get toothpaste. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, no, I lied. I have toothpaste. It must have fell out. Okay, so I have toothpaste. So looks like I'm good to go as far as my skincare. So I do have my little thing for all the medicines that I take. You know, I'm diabetic, so I do take lots of medicines. I have tons of these like lotions in here that I've collected from like hotels and stuff, so I just keep them just for like my legs or whatever. I keep obviously a little contact case. And then I have this. This is the sheer, this is the Airbrush Legs from Sally Hansen. I love it, like if I'm wearing shorts or a skirt and I just need to quickly kind of like give my legs a little tan. I normally, if I'm gonna use anything on my legs, it's the Vita Liberata, the Body Blur. I love that, but it's more expensive, so this I just keep in my thing for just those. So there we go, we're all good. Now let's start on the makeup part. Okay, so when I'm traveling and I want to do my makeup, I have this mirror here from Impressions Vanity, but the stand that it came on, which also has like a little charger for your phone, and that's why I don't throw this part away. The little ball broke off that hung on here that would attach, so I'm so pissed about that, but I don't want to throw it away because all I do is now is just like prop it onto something and use it because it still lights up, so I just keep that. But yeah, I was really pissed about that, but it's just because I kept it in my to-go thing, and I guess somehow that little ball broke off. Okay, so for makeup, oh, here's a little extra little bag that I like to toss anything that it's not part of this bag collection stuff that I'm bringing with me. I have like another little old case, and it just has some little, just like miscellaneous brushes and stuff I just kind of keep in there if I need them. What else is in here? Oh, eyelash curler. So these are all just little brushes. It's just an old brush set, so I just kind of keep it in there just if I need it. But I have this little brush holder right here that actually kind of toggles, so you can use it as a stand. You can hold it and put your brushes on here and they stand up if you want to. Here I have two of them, I don't know where the other one's at. So this is the one that I use to fill with my own brushes, because I do like to use my own brushes from home, so I keep them in that and then empty them out when I get home. So then I have this little guy, which I love this, and I got me and my sisters and my mom this too. It's like this little guy that you open up, and it literally opens up flat. So you can literally see, I wish I can show you like this, everything's gonna fall out, but you can literally lay this flat, it opens up completely so you can see all your makeup. And it's like, instead of having to dig, it's like all open, okay? So for this one, I will be adding to this, but this is everything that I keep in this case. I keep my little eyelash kind of holder. This holds a lot. I don't wear that many different lashes when I'm traveling, so I don't need that big, but it was just an extra one that I had. I have my little beauty blender holder. So I used to use this all the time and keep it on my vanity, but I got this little guy here. I don't know if you can tell. It's like hooked to the mirror. It's like a little suction thing for your beauty blender. And I just keep that, so when I'm getting ready, I have it there and I just wet it, obviously. But this one, I now keep for travel. So I can just throw my little beauty blender in there. And then I'm going to be using this. I love this It Bye foundation. It's like a SPF 50 full coverage moisturizer. So the only thing on this one is it's sometimes if I want a little bit more coverage, because it is more like a tinted moisturizer, I'll just bring another foundation and just kind of add to it. But I think for this trip, this is all I'm gonna need. I don't need, you guys can see, I definitely have a lot of discoloration, but I always just like put concealer on my little dark spots, and then this will be fine. So we're gonna test it out, because I'm gonna do that after. I have a couple travel little eyeshadow palettes. I actually really love this one. This is the Urban Decay On the Run palette. And I actually picked this up in the airport on my way to New York, because I realized I only had this palette with me that I always keep, and this is from Bobbi Brown. And it has more like all these neutral colors, but I'm like, wait, what if I want to add a little fun color? So I found this in the airport and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. So now I just have these two if I want to add to my colors. So I pretty much have what I need. I have this little bag right here that just has like my brow stuff. I have my little NYX glue. You guys know that I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, so that's what I use every day. I do like this one, but I just definitely feel it's not as something that I grab for every day, so I feel like this is gonna be with me when I'm traveling. So I use this one. I have like a little pencil. I don't even know what pencil this is, to tell you the truth. The names come off of it, but it's just like a little brow pencil that's fine enough for when I'm traveling. I have the brow pen from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I actually like my Lift and Snatch from NYX better, so this became my travel one, which is weird because this was way more expensive. And then this is just an old little Smashbox little brow kit that just sits in here as well. So those are my brows. And then I have this, which has stuff from my lashes. I have a little glue. I have the little empty tray that I like to squirt my glue onto. I have a little tweezers to put my lashes on. I have an extra spoolie, scissors if I have to cut my lashes, but I usually have my lashes already. The ones I'm gonna wear are usually the same ones. This is like a little old, the Motives, it's like a little contour palette for concealer and contour. So that's old, but I still keep it in there. And then everything else is more like travel. I have my favorite bronzer, which is Capri Coast from Becca, but it's in a little travel size. I have a small size of the Becca blush in Camellia. I love this color, so we're gonna put all this on, but I have the larger sizes of those, of course. I have these cute little powders. These are little pressed powders from Chanel. I don't even know where I got these or when I got these, but this is like a little light translucent, and then this is a little darker one, so I could use that over. So I just have those. And then I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I really don't really use that. And then I have a Lock-It Translucent Powder from Kat Von D. And then this is from Cover FX. This is really pretty. It's a nice little blush and contour palette. Love this. This just goes with me everywhere, so I don't have to take all separate, even though I have the little mini bronzers now, but yeah. So that's that. So we can go ahead and we're gonna do our makeup and see how it's gonna turn out. Okay, so you saw that my little beauty blender thing was empty, so I am gonna go ahead and grab this one out of here. And this is dirty, so I mean, I just used it yesterday when I was getting ready. So I'm gonna go rinse this off, and then I'll just use this the last time, and I'll just start fresh with a new one. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go wet this and we will start our makeup. Okay, so first things first, we'll go ahead and just do our foundation to even out our skin. Now it really bothers me because this little tray I have, I had two of them, and one of them I had in my little kit, and I don't know what I did with it. So I'm gonna have to bring my tray my one from here there. So that really bothers me, but oh well. Anyways, we're gonna just go ahead and squirt a little bit of this on here. And because I'm just using this heavier, thicker one, I'm not gonna bring a brush. I'm gonna wanna put it on just with my sponge because it's already really thick. So by putting it on with the brush, it's gonna make it even thicker. So this is kind of shearing it out by putting it on with the sponge. See how good coverage that has? And this is just a tinted moisturizer. Well, it says full coverage moisturizer. I don't have my brows on, which normally, you know, I do my brows first because I really focus on them, but when I'm traveling, I don't care. I'm probably the only person that just like doesn't like dress up or do anything fancy when I go on vacation. Like I don't wear my best clothes or anything. It's like I mean, obviously it depends on what the occasion, but I don't really bring like all my jewelry and all my like nice clothes. I just like to be really casual when I'm traveling and just, you know, so maybe I'm very different, which is weird because I wear a uniform every day that you'd think I'd want to dress up when I can, but I just don't. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little bit extra over here and see how pink my ear looks now. I'm gonna go over my ear. I'm doing my makeup through my monitor right now because I have all this on my table. I couldn't put my mirror up here. So I'm just doing it like using my monitor as a freaking mirror. Okay, so for concealer, I don't have any concealers that I keep in here. This one, like I told you, is a concealer pot, but this is too thick for me to use as a concealer under my eyes. The contour one I'll use, but not the concealer. I think it's way too thick. So for my concealer, I think I'm just gonna grab my Infallible L'Oreal concealer because I'm only gonna use one concealer. I don't need to do two on this. I'm just gonna get a little bit on the inside. This is just a quick little thing just to get rid of the darkness. little bit on my forehead and down my nose just to give it a little bit highlighted in the center. Okay. Look how much I still have on my tray from my foundation too. That's how much comes out of that. So I definitely didn't need to use that much. So I'm going to take my cotton pad that I used for my toner and I'm going to just clean that off. That's what I always use. Just clean off my little tray, put that in there. Tray is going in my little bag, so I know that I have to take that back. I'm gonna find my other tray. I know I have it somewhere. Okay, let's move on to brows because I look crazy without brows. I am gonna have to hold my mirror for this because I can't do my brows looking in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that little NYX brow out, and we're gonna just brush up our brows. I like to kind of work it in there too to get it, make sure it's in there, and then brush it up. I have no brows on the outside. It's so weird how I just don't grow brows. You'd think I like tweeze or do something out here. Only thing I do is tweeze underneath. I just don't grow brows up here. I don't know if it's because I used to tweeze them when I was younger, but they just never grew back. So I only have brows at the front. And just let them set a little bit. Look under here, it's creasing already. While I'm letting that dry, I'm just gonna set under my eyes. I think you guys have seen me many times use this Wayne Goss brush. I use this to set my concealer underneath my eyes, but I'm not gonna bring this one with me because I have this old Stila brush, which you guys remember Stila? I mean, I don't even know if they're still around there, but I used to work for Stila. So I had this brush and it's so similar to this. It's bigger, but it's that same flat powder brush, which I love. So I use this, just keep this in here. So I always set underneath my eyes with Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm just gonna use this little teeny Chanel translucent powder. I think this is number 10. And I'm just gonna use that to set underneath my eyes. Because obviously it's nicely milled as well, but I just have it, so I'm just gonna use it. So it's like when I go out on Saturday, I'll probably do the full like contour and stuff. But I'm not gonna do it right now, just do it with powder. But I do like this Motives concealer to do like contouring, so I would use that, but I'm not gonna do that today. We're just gonna kind of set like that. And then I'm gonna take my little Locket translucent powder, which I do have the big one of this one as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set under my eyes so when I do my eyes, we don't have any fallout. So but did you notice I like to set first with the translucent like pressed powder to get away any creasing. And then this one just is kind of going over what's already set. So that's what I have going on here. And I will kind of go down my nose as well, just to kind of get a little bit of that contouring in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of bronzing. I'm going to take this Wayne Goss number 11 contour brush, and I'm going to use my little Cover FX kit, and I'm going to use this little contour powder here as my bronzer and contour. I do have the little Becca Capri Coast, but that one is actually more like a shimmery bronzer, so it's really light. So I kind of want this one to give a little bit more color to my skin. So that's why I'll use this one. And obviously I'm doing a little bit more kind of around as a bronzer as opposed to contour, because if I was contouring I'd be a little bit more structured in there. So I'm kind of doing more swirly motions, more so than like really structuring it in this spot. Okay. I need one to contour my nose. Oh, and I always have like a little towel with me. These are old burp cloths that I had for my kids. Instead of throwing them away, I just kept them as my little makeup towel. So I always have a towel with me. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this really quickly just to give a little bit of color, just to give a little structure to my nose. And I just usually do it just with powder when I'm, you know, just doing like an everyday like this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go on the other end of this one, has this little like buffing, and I'm just gonna buff that out right there. Instead of having to bring a separate brush, this is just gonna kind of buff that away. I think I want to put just a little bit more powder just to kind of keep that baking a little bit, to get that contour a little bit more structured. So I'll just keep it there for a little bit while I'm doing my eyes. So now that that's kind of baking and everything, I'm going to move on to my eyes. So now that our brows have been sitting there for a while, I can go ahead and pencil them in. It should be pretty stuck there. So I'm going to go with my little pencil and just kind of outline that. This one, like, This pencil grabs, it's a little bit more creamy, so it kind of, the color grabs a little bit more than my regular pencils that like you can kind of really flick hard and you don't have to worry about too much color depositing. This creamy kind of pencil deposits color really fast. You have to be very light-handed and you have to just go a little slower. But at least it deposits color really fast, and that's what I like this about this kind of pencil for on-the-go makeup, because I don't want to spend so much time on my brows, you know? So it's nothing that I like to do on a daily basis. I like to like really take my time on my brows when I'm, you know, when I'm wanting my brows to look good. But this deposits color so nice and fast, but you just gotta be careful that you don't put too much, because then you're gonna look cray-cray. So there's that. So now that I put that on, I'll go ahead and see, and when it is super creamy like this, it can slip and slide, right? So that's why I have my little powder. So I know that's like a lot of steps, but for me, brows are like important. So I don't mind taking a little extra step to do brows. I'm gonna use not the darkest one, but I'm gonna use that second darkest one right there. Because all I'm wanting to do is set them, and then I'm gonna go over with the pen. So this is just basically kind of setting my brows in there so they're not gonna slide around. This brush, this little brush that comes with it is actually really thick too, so you gotta be careful as well. You don't put too much, you're kind of using just the tip of it. But I'm also lazy that I don't wanna bring an extra brush. So that's kind of why I have this pre-made kit. I wanna just use everything out of the kit, you know? And then last but not least, I will use my pen. And I just feel like you have to be really light with the Anastasia one, because I feel like the color came out really strong, and that's what I didn't like about it. It's very like kind of like an eyeliner. It's so, you know, wait, is it dripping? No. It's got to be very light-handed, that you don't like get too much of a blob in one thing, and that's kind of why I didn't like this pen, is because it kind of came out a little thicker than my Lift and Snatch. I like how you can kind of just be a little bit more faster and heavy-handed with the Lift and Snatch than this one. There's that. And you can just take your little spoolie again and just kind of go through it and kind of break up any little, if it looks like you got lines on there. Obviously you know that like go underneath the brows with the concealer. Again, I'm not gonna do that, but when I go out that night, of course I have the concealer to do that. I'll probably use this concealer for that, because when you go under your brows, it's nice to use like a cream because it's thicker, that it's not gonna slide around. So that's when I'll probably use that one, but I'm not gonna do that today. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this little palette because I just want little light colors right now. For brushes, definitely gonna need to bring brushes because I don't have any in my kit. This little cup right here, I actually have dirty brushes that I've been using throughout my work week. I usually wash them once a week, and that's why I keep all of them here. Instead of dirtying multiple brushes, I just keep one set of brushes, and then I'll go wash these and I'll start on a new set. But since I'm going out of town, I'll just go ahead and use these old brushes, and we'll just clean them when I get back. So I have a big fluffy brush and clean it off with my towel a little bit. On a daily, of course, if I'm gonna use a different color or whatever, I have the little spray that I use just to dust off here and clean them up quickly, but I'm talking about deep cleaning them. I do it once a week. So here's this guy, and I'm gonna pick up this color here, right here. And no, I didn't put any shadow base because I don't need to right now. This is just me figuring out like what I wanna have with me. Now, shadow base, you could always just use your concealer, so I don't have to have a separate shadow base. Much religiously, I use my little soft ochre paint pot from MAC every day. So this one, I don't need that separate step because I could just, if I really want my shadows to stand out, I'll just use my concealer. So I'm just kind of using this as a wash of color, kind of as my transition. And then, so I'm just kind of picking out what brushes I'm going to bring. So I'm going to take this one, and then I'm going to take a little smaller, fluffier brush. This had color on it already, so I'm going to clean that off a little bit, get it just a little bit cleaner. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think I'm going to just grab this this little brown color here. Just kind of get that in my crease. Going back with my other brushes, kind of blending that out. And then, so I'm definitely taking that brush, and I'm going to just take one size smaller. This is the little PC22 from Peaches and Cream, and then I will take the darkest color, which is like a purple, and I'm just going to create like a little bit of an outer corner, just to deepen that outer corner right there. And then go back with that second brush and blend it out. Like soften it basically. I didn't add anything to it, but I'm just kind of using that, what was left on the other color, just softening it. And then again, if you want to be more precise, you can cut your crease with a concealer, which I have concealer. You know I have that. I would just use my regular L'Oreal concealer, just to intensify the color. But so for that purpose, I want to make sure I have a concealer brush. So if I do decide, because if all of a sudden I was like, oh, I need a concealer brush, and I didn't have it, I'd want to have it. So I'm going to take this little flat concealer brush. That's what I would dip into my concealer and, you know, to cut my crease. So I'm going to keep that. I'm not doing it today. But then I'm just going to also need a flat brush to pick up the shimmer color. And I want to put a little shimmer on my lid, which would definitely pick up more using a concealer on the bottom, just to give it something to stick to. But I'm just making sure that I have things that I need for when I'm on the go. And like I said, going to my sister's house, if I needed anything, she has everything for me. We have the same skin tone, everything's the same. So, and then I'm just going to take that brush again and then just soften this little edges right here. That's that. I always use a liquid liner. I think for this, I'm just going to bring a brown one instead of a black. I don't need it really harsh. So I'm going to take my NYX Epic ink liner in brown and just create a little flick. Obviously, if I want to go more dramatic, I will make a bigger flick, but this is as much as I'm going to go. Okay. And then I will need a small, I'm putting that in my little thing too. I'm going to need a smaller little brush to go underneath my eye. I'm going to take the darkest shade that I just used, and then I'm going to just kind of line underneath my eye. I don't find myself doing a lot of eyeliner underneath, I realize that. My eyes look really put together when I line my waterline, but I just never find myself doing it unless I'm looking for a certain look. So I'm not even going to bring a pencil liner because I really don't do it very often. So yeah, I only use a liner when I really want my eyes to look really dramatic. So I'll just do that, and then instead of me going back with another brush, I'm just going to take that small little brush that I used that other color, and I'll dip back into the, I think I'm going to dip back into the, I'm going to do a mixture of this color and this, and this color here, and just, so I'm darkening the pink basically. And so I'm mixing those two together and then just going underneath that one. It just gives a little bit of definition under my eye. I think I'm going to use my little Aquaphor. And I always have like chapstick or Aquaphor in my bag, so I don't need to bring this with me. This is super hydrating. So the bake's been on long enough. So I'm going to take my little powder brush and I'm going to dip it into this finishing powder right here from my little palette. And I'm just going to use that to dust underneath my eyes. Instead of using it just straight with the brush, I like to dip it into that finishing powder. It kind of gives a little bit of a glow to the skin, like little, and it softens underneath the eye area. Okay. I don't use sprays all the time. You know, usually if I'm wearing a really heavy makeup, I feel like the need to like spray myself with this, like a hydrating spray. But this makeup, even though it was kind of thick, it felt very hydrated, so I don't feel like I have to spray myself. I actually do, in my thing, have a little mini Fix Plus in here, so if I did feel a little dry, I would use that. Now let's do some blush. So I'm gonna use Okay, I went to go grab my blush brush, you guys, and I just noticed something in my jar that I am so pissed right now. One of my kids is about to get their ass beat. Look at this. What the F is this? One of my blush brushes has neon shadow. I don't even know where they got this from. So now I'm gonna have to go through my palettes and find out where they got this and if these, like, hello, at least get rid of the evidence. Like, they've already done this before, and I don't remember which one fessed up to it, but it was like a bright pink one. And now I see this. Like, I'm sorry, do you think I'm not gonna notice that? And when did they do this? Because it wasn't, I mean, I got ready for work yesterday, so they must have done it yesterday, and I didn't notice this. So they're both at school right now, but sure as shit, they're busted. I'm so mad right now. Now I'm after this, I have to go through all my palettes and find out where the hell they got this neon color. I'm a little pissed right now. Hold on. Okay, so I just found the culprit. I just happened to look over and I noticed my little palette like this, and I was like, wait, that looks like neon. Guess what it is? Yep, there's a little nick in there. Can you see that? Freaking dug in there with that. So this little pigments are actually glow in the dark, so I think they were trying to mess with it. I have my little, I have a little flashlight. I don't think you can see it in here, but yeah, this little pigment's glow in the dark, and obviously that's what they were messing with. So I'm so mad at them right now because I've already gone through this with a pink, and now I know that this is probably the pink one that they were looking through. Because I don't think I ever looked through when I saw the pink one. I don't think I ever looked through it, but now that I'm looking at it, yes. The pink one has it on there too. So this is what they were messing with. I keep saying they because I'm not sure which one did it. Can't remember which one fessed up to it. Anyways, what was I doing? I think I was doing blush, right? Okay, so I got my blush brush and I'm going to use my, the Camellia. They don't, you know that Becca's discontinued as of this month. So that's why I'm so glad I got a full little thing of this little Camellia blush. And then we're just gonna put it on my nose. Okay. And then for highlight, I just use what's right in here. It's a really nice bright little highlighter. I'll just put this right on my nose. See how cute that is? Probably will have to bring, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just gonna use the same brush. I don't even care. Yeah, I don't like to bring as much stuff if I don't have to. Yeah, it's just enough. Okay, so all I have to do is put my lashes on. Yes, I don't even when I'm going, even on vacation, if I'm just wanting to be chill, I'll still wear lashes. I don't ever just wear mascara by itself. I can't even tell you the last time I just went out with mascara. I really haven't. I literally wear lashes every single day. My Ardell Wispies is probably my no makeup if I don't want to look like I'm wearing anything. But probably, I already told you guys I went through that whole lash video. I can just tag it up here. Oh, and by the way, if you watch my videos from Instagram or Facebook, and when I say I'm tagging it up here, you can't see it. You have to physically be in YouTube to be able to click on where it says I'm putting something right here. I noticed that because I was like, why don't I see that? And really, you can only be logged in through YouTube to actually click on the videos. And speaking of that, if you're not in YouTube, please like and subscribe to my videos. Can't do it through Instagram or Facebook either. Anyways, yeah, so I will tag that lash video because it was kind of funny. I started out full force and it just became a bomb because my eyes started watering because I was doing so many lashes. But you'll see I have so many lashes because I use them every day, but I pretty much wear the same lashes all the time because I'm always wearing my glasses to work. So my standard, like, everyday lash is the Remy 782s. I wear those pretty much every day. I love the Lily lashes in Gaia, but they don't make them anymore. So I have maybe 4 pairs left. So I literally am like hanging on to those because I'm just scared that I'm never, you know, once those are gone, they don't make them anymore. Anyways, I will be back. I'm just gonna go just put the lashes on. I'm gonna just fix my hair and then I'll come back with what lip color I'm gonna use while I'm down there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just popped on my lashes. These are the Remy 782s, but they're on their last leg. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of these ones because I've been wearing them a lot. And straighten my hair. I didn't wash it today because I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so she's gonna wash my hair for me. So anyways, I am going to my son's baseball game later, so that's why I definitely wanted to wear a little bit of makeup, and that's why I thought it would be perfect to go ahead and film this so I can have everything ready for tomorrow when we leave. So anyways, I have the LA Girl Lipify. I'm not gonna wear a liner, but I do keep liner in my handbag just in case I want it, if I want my lips to look really, you know, really full, but pretty much on a daily I just use lipstick. So this one's from LA Girl, and this color is called Giddy. It's really pretty kind of pink. Yeah. So that's what I will be wearing. So that's it. So I'm definitely not a great packer, but that's why I have to like make sure that I have everything that I need. So now I know I'm good with my makeup and skincare, but now we have to do clothes. We're not really gonna be going anywhere, so I could just definitely be casual. When we go to Halloween Horror Nights, I definitely wanna be nice and comfortable, but it's probably gonna get cold in California at night, so I'll definitely have to dress for that. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.